there, Kate Johansson here. Just wanted to give a little synopsis of what we're going to be covering in the following clips. So I had a client come to me with a German Shepherd Husky mix. His name is Zephyr, and he's a little over a year old. And they were not able to walk him easily because it was just really hard for them because he would be very reactive to other dogs, not in an aggressive way, but super like lungy and barky and just desperately trying to get to other dogs. And this is the bread and butter of what we do, what we've been doing for the last 18 years, is helping people with their dogs. That especially, this is the most common. People can't walk their dogs. They're afraid to take them out, and so they avoid walking them, or they walk them at 4 o'clock in the morning and try to cross the street if another dog is coming, all that stuff. What I teach people to do is embrace the triggers and the distractions. And the only way to get through something is to go through it. And the only way to train your dog or to condition your dog to act in a different way is to expose them to the thing that you have been avoiding. So we want to learn to just go out there and find all that stuff. So the first session, this covers 3 sessions. The first session, we're just starting to train the dog to pay attention to his handler. The second session, we're having the dog place on a rock in a park next to a children's play area. There's kids running around, and we are having the owners move away from him and then call him. The assignment there was then to go home, practice from room to room, from outside the house in, surrounding areas near the home, just practice, practice, practice. And then the third session is we are taking the dog on an off-leash walk. We started the third session reviewing the recall. Sit, stay, come, sit, stay, come. And then we went on an off-leash walk with my dogs and other dogs. So it was kind of a pack situation, but it went really well. And it usually does. Like I tell people when they're first starting with me that usually by the third or fourth session at the latest, we're going to be able to be off leash. So if you hear some noise in the background, I've got my dogs sleeping on crates, and you can see them. They're sort of dreaming right now. So that's what you hear in the background. All right, so let's go. We'll look at the footage. So this is Zephyr's very first session, and you can kind of see how he's a little bit lungy and barky. He doesn't pay any attention to his owners. And then this is the second session. So a couple weeks later, we're finally got together for a second session. We're having him place on a boulder at the park. And at first we're using a leash to use body language and signals from the e-collar. The e-collar is used on a very low level, the lowest level the dog can feel. It's just kinesthetic touch. And then, so we're pairing that with what he already knows. And we are using the leash to teach. So this next clip, come on, Zephyr, good boy. All right, sit. And she's going to drop the leash now. And she's going to move back a little bit farther. And so we're going step by step. And we're doing this drill. This is the first time. And he's out here with his buddy, the little tiny dog back in the background. And lots of distractions. So he got off the rock. He wasn't supposed to. So she's just putting him back. And we're going to have him sit. And again, she's going to drop the leash. And we're moving back. So you stay. And when she gets where she's going, she's going to stop for a minute and take a breath or two so she's not anxious, or we don't want him anticipating. So we want to take it slow. And Zephyr here. Good boy. All right. So we're using body language, and we're pairing that with the tiniest little tickle with the e-collar, just to pair the information that he already knows with the e-collar. And again, We have him on the rock, and she's moving back a little bit more. Dog ran past her, and what I want people to do is not chase their dog, but turn and face their dog and back up and get the dog to come back to them. And if you need to go across the park to get your dog, you don't want to panic, and you just want to step on the leash if you need to. But she's doing a great job. She's not panicking, and she's just using what she's already taught the dog, all the different tools that she already has to get him to come back to her. This is the third session, so we are going to go on an off-leash walk. Now, in between that last session where we were at the park with all the grass, she was doing drills, and we're going to show you some of the drills that she was doing on her own because she sent me some little clips, and they're not the greatest. They're not going to win any YouTube awards. None of these are, of course, but it's coming straight from the client, and it's showing what she's doing as far as homework around their apartments. So here we are. The dogs are packing up. We've got a couple of Patricia's dogs. She has the 2 German Shepherds. I think I've got 3 of my dogs, and Zephyr's out there. Now his buddy is the little tiny dog, and she is on a leash because she's not being trained. But the dogs are able to run a little bit, kind of play, go off the trail, but when we call them, they need to come. So we want them to be free dog, but with limits. So we're cresting the top of the hill here. It's a very steep hill. And when we get up here, it's flat. And we're letting the dogs play. They can run around, they can play a little bit, have a good time, but at the same time, within limits. So we've got some people coming. We want them to sit. I cut that out, but the people were able to pass without anybody jumping on them or running in front of them. So here I am calling my dogs back. And now at the top of the hill, we started, before we started the footage, we were doing some drills for the sit, stay, come. And then when we got to the top of the hill, after the dogs were off leash, we did it again. We did a little drill, put the dog over there on a sit, and then move across the field and tell him to come. And then when we're done with this, we're going to go off leash on the way back. This is the footage that she sent me that she took with her cell phone while she was doing drills around her apartments. So she had the dog stay at the bottom of the stairs and then come on command. Okay, so here we are. She's out on the lawn of her apartment. And sorry about that. Hopefully we won't make you dizzy. But this is my client shooting video and trying to train her dog. So that's a lot to ask. So we can understand that. But here she goes behind the bushes. And the dog is on a downstay. And here she is going to call him now. And yay, Zephyr, what a good boy. So thank you all so much for coming to look at this video, and be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that you can get all the videos that we put up. And thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.